Okay, so welcome back. Now in this example, we're going to use this point, 3, 4, to figure out what the cosine, sine, the different trigonometric values, evaluating trigonometric functions. And we're going to talk about the 6 different functions that we have. So if I said, hey, give you a point and I want you to evaluate the 6 trigonometric functions given this point. So the first thing you have to understand is what this point constructs, or not constructs, but what it makes as far as a right triangle. So if we have this here, so it makes this triangle, right, this right triangle, where we have, this is 3, right, so we have, this distance is 3, this distance is 4, and of course we need the hypotenuse, right? So we need the radius. So the radial vector, well, we use the Pythagorean theorem. So we know that if this is this side squared plus this side, so we know that r equals 3 squared plus 4 squared, which equals 9 plus 16, which equals 25, right? So r squared equals 25, so that means r equals what? It'll be plus or minus 5, right? If we take the square root of both sides. But again, r is positive, so it's just always going to be the positive value. So r is going to be equal to 5. So we have a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. And now we've got all the pieces we need to figure out and evaluate all of the trigonometric functions. So there's our theta, right? There's our reference angle. And so now all we have to do is remember what the different so let me write these out. Okay, so sine of theta is opposite over hypotenuse, so that's going to be 4/5. Okay. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so that's going to be 3/5. Tangent is opposite over adjacent, so that's going to be 4/3. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, so this is going to be 5/4. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine, so this is going to be 5/3. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so this is going to be 3/4. And that's pretty much it. Okay, now, if we left the results as fractions, this would be considered exact form. Okay, now, there's no approximations being made here. But if we want to write out the decimal form, we would find that tangent theta, for example, this one, tangent theta would equal 1.333 going on, right? Let's see, what else? Oh, 5/3, right? 5/3 would equal 1 and 6.667. Okay, if we want to do that. Okay, so then these values here would be approximate values. Now for the other ones, like 5/4, that's equal to what? 1 1/4, right? Which is 1.25. That would still be an exact answer. Okay, because it terminates. These two are approximates because they don't terminate. They're repeating decimals. Okay, and so that's the difference between having an exact answer or exact form versus an approximation. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that's the example. So that's an example of where you're given a point and you can use that point and the relationship of a right triangle to get the trigonometric evaluate the trigonometric functions. Take care.